Hey everybody, Sapphire Mouse here, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Emerald. Last time, I finished showing off the rest of the battle frontier, so in this episode, believe it or not, it's going to be the very last episode of the Pokemon Emerald here, so some of you will be wondering why, and why I'm at Meteor Falls is because if you come here, there's actually gonna be, I guess you can say someone over here is gonna be waiting for us. Now, again, this is only an emerald. Again, only an emerald. If you're playing Ruby and Sapphire, you will not be able to do this. Now, you know how we got TM23 Iron Tail right there with the ladder? Remember how there wasn't a hole there? Well, now there is. So what we have to do is just at least go to the area where this hole is now. And guess who? Now, I always like to save whenever I do this, just in case, because I never know if what's gonna happen. Anyway. Oh, wow, Miyuki. I'm amazed you knew where to find me. Did you, maybe think me as a frog maniac? No, that can't be right. We battled alongside each other at the Sutopolis Space Center. Now, believe it or not, that's actually an error there, so when he says Sutopolis Space Center, he actually means the Moss Steep, not the Sutopolis, which I never actually took notice until I saw a playthrough of someone doing this game, but again, I've never really noticed that till now. You should have a very good idea about how good I am. Okay, Miyuki, if you're going to mount a serious challenge, expect the worst. And they play the rival theme for him. Anyway, his first Pokemon is Skarmory, level 77, with the moves Power Stick, Aerial Ace, Spice, and Stealing. Now, if you're gonna tell, I figured I'd use my team from my Coliseum game, because believe me, it's not like I don't wanna level up my team. Is that it would just take forever if I did. So that's why I figured I'd at least use this and my team from one of my Coliseum playthroughs instead. Anyway, his next Pokemon is Aron, level 76, with the moves Thunder, Earthquake, Solar Beam, and Dragon Claw. And okay. Anyway, Metagross. Might as well use Typhlosion. Anyway, his next and main Pokemon is his Metagross, level 78, with moves Earthquake, Psychic, Meteor Mash, and Shadow Ball. So, I'm going to use some Flamethrower here, because I have the only flame I won't defeat it. Oh, wow. Okay, anyway, his next Pokemon is his Claydol, with the moves Reflect, Light Screen, Ancient Power, and Earthquake. So, be careful with that Ancient Power, because if he uses it, there's always a chance that it'll raise all of his stats. So, oh, it's got Quillfish was poison, and I'm surprised that didn't defeat Quillfish. Well, I was gonna say that Ancient Power has a chance of raising the Pokemon stats minus HP, so if he somehow manages to raise his stats all the way, or whatever, then that's not a good sign. Anyway, I can't remember what I said he was going to use next. Okay, Cradily. So his next Pokemon is Cradily, level 76, with the moves Giga Drain, Ancient Power, Ingrain, and Confuse Ring. Now, like his Play-Doh, if he uses Ancient Power and it somehow raises his stats, you can shift your victory goodbye. Since his critical will be extremely defensive. And his last and final Pokemon is his Armada with the most Water Pulse, Ancient Power, Aerial Ace, and Slash. Honestly, I really didn't think that he was going to be using his Armada last. And that didn't defeat it. Come on, Crowfish! Oh, thank God. I thought that was gonna defeat it. But I guess not. Well, I guess the team is like 7-8 levels higher than his. Oh, come on, Steven. Come on, I thought you were better than this by not using potions. Oh, okay, seriously, how many does he have? Because I imagine he has like 3 or 4. Okay, good. Anyway, there you go, Steven. And, of course, he's almost level 84. I know that you become so strong. Because I'm awesome like that, Steven, that's why. Come to think of it, ever since our paths was crossed in Granite Cave in Difford, I had this feeling. I thought that you would eventually become the champion. My predictions usually come true, and where will you go from here? Even I couldn't tell you that. And he just says the same thing. From here? Even I couldn't tell you that. That is true. Anyway, I guess after defeating Steven here, there will actually be a gift for you over at his house over in Moss Steep, so I'll be right back. Okay, so after healing the team, I figured I'd heal it, so again, this is only after you defeat Steven. Come into his house. Have to click on Beldum. Take the Pokeball. Roll. Yes, I will. No, I don't. Now, Beldum is a Steel and Psychic type, which... Anyway, Beldum here is actually... When Beldum gather in a swarm, they move into perfect unison as if they were about one Pokemon. They communicate with each other using brainwaves. So, again, Beldum is actually the first stage of Meta Growth here that Steven had. So, I mean, Beldum is a pretty good Pokemon, but because of how freaking late you get it in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, I wouldn't recommend using it, but if you somehow trade it into, Ruby or Sapphire or any of the Gen 3 games like Fire Red, Leaf Green, or Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness and trade it back, you can actually use it on your team since it'll be later with level 5, but as a heads up, the only move it's gonna know is takedown, so be aware of that. If you plan on doing something like that if you want to use Beldum. Okay, so other than that, believe it or not, this is the very last episode of my Pokemon Emerald Let's Play. Now, without any credits, Gen 2 and Gen 3 are like the Pokemon games I grew up playing, so... And I have absolutely loved playing the games over the past, for like 17, 18 years, or, well, over the past 20, 21 years that I've been playing the series or whatever. So, I have always loved this game. Well, the three main Gen 2 and Gen 3 games, will always be in my heart, in that I will always love these games, no matter what. And Gen 2 is like Gen 1 to me, and Gen 3 is like Gen 2 to me. So, I've always loved these and always will. So, anyway, other than that, this concludes my Let's Play of Pokemon Emerald. Now, so in my next Let's Play, believe it or not, I would be doing another Pokemon Let's Play after this, but believe it or not, I'm actually going to be doing something a little different. Now, which is not a Pokemon game, which you're going to tell is going to be a different game from a different game series. And I'll give you guys a hint. It's a recent sequel to a very popular game that came out like mid-May. A very popular one. So, out of all the games, its prequel came out in 2017 on the Wii U and Switch. So, other than that, I see you guys in my new Let's Play.